Let go of the past. It's a chapter that's already been written. Don't let it dictate your present or future. Healing starts when you release past pain, making space for brighter possibilities. Never allow others' opinions to control your life. Be true to who you are and shine unapologetically. You were born to stand out, not to fit into someone else's expectations. Break free from limiting beliefs. They shape your reality. You are limitless. Find your happiness within, and never depend on others for validation. True strength lies in your ability to stand strong on your own. Lastly, don't let money dictate your decisions. When you follow passion, serve with intention, and stay true to your purpose, abundance will naturally follow. Your past is a chapter, not the whole story. It may hold memories, mistakes, pain, and regrets, but it does not have the power to dictate who you are today or who you will become tomorrow. The moment you decide to let go of the past is the moment you reclaim your freedom, freedom from chains that once held you back. Holding on to past pain only weighs you down, blinding you to the possibilities that lie ahead. Healing begins when you release the grip of old wounds and stop allowing them to define your worth or your path. Forgiveness, for yourself and others, is the key that unlocks the door to peace and growth. Your future deserves your full attention, unclouded by shadows of what once was. Embrace the lessons from your past as stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Every setback, heartbreak, or failure is fuel for the fire inside you, a fire that will light the way toward a brighter, stronger, and more empowered version of yourself. You have the power to rewrite your narrative. The past is gone, but your future is unwritten. Choose today to break free from the chains of yesterday and step boldly into the life you deserve. Healing is not forgetting. It's the courageous act of moving forward with purpose and hope. Too often we get caught in the trap of people-pleasing, shaping our actions, words, and even dreams to fit the expectations of others. But here's the truth. Your life is yours alone. It's not a performance to satisfy the crowd or a checklist to meet someone else's standards. The moment you stop living for other people's approval is the moment you start living for your own purpose. When you free yourself from the burden of external judgment, you tap into a powerful source of confidence and authenticity. You begin to honor your true self, the one with unique talents, quirks, and passions that no one else possesses. You were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out, to challenge the norm, and to be celebrated for your individuality. Living by others' opinions is like trying to navigate with someone else's map. It leads to confusion, frustration, and a life half-lived. Instead, trust your inner compass. Be bold in your beliefs, fearless in your choices, and unapologetic in your presence. When you shine as your genuine self, you inspire others to do the same. Remember, the right people will love you for who you truly are, not for who you pretend to be. So cut the strings of people-pleasing. Step into your power. Be the unique, brilliant light you were always meant to be. Your beliefs are the architects of your reality. They build the boundaries within which your life unfolds, shaping your decisions, your actions, and ultimately, your destiny. But here's the critical truth. Many of these beliefs are not facts. They are limitations you've accepted, often unconsciously, as truths. And those limitations are holding you back from the greatness you were born to achieve. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is one of the most powerful acts of courage you can commit to. It means questioning the stories you've been told, the fears you've internalized, and the doubts you carry. It means stepping outside the comfort of what you know and daring to see yourself and your potential in a completely new light. You are not confined by past failures, criticisms, or the voice inside that says, "You can't." You are limitless. Your potential expands as far as your willingness to believe in it. When you shift your mindset, you unlock doors you didn't even know existed. Opportunities, strengths, and possibilities that were always there, waiting for you to embrace them. Remember, The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the belief that you can't have them. Choose instead to believe you can. Choose to see challenges as growth, setbacks as lessons, and yourself as unstoppable. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. Use it to create a reality that reflects the limitless warrior within you. Too often, we look outside ourselves for happiness, seeking it in relationships, approval, or validation from others. But true happiness doesn't come from external sources. It springs from within. When you allow your joy to depend on someone else, you surrender control over your own emotional well-being. This leaves you vulnerable to disappointment, instability, and the constant pressure to please. Real strength comes from learning to be fully content in your own company. It means building a foundation of self-love, self-respect, and confidence so solid that no relationship can shake it. When you find happiness inside yourself first, every connection you form becomes a choice, not a necessity. Being comfortable alone is not loneliness. It's empowerment. It's the freedom to live authentically without fear of abandonment or rejection. It's the peace of knowing that you are whole, worthy, and complete, no matter your relationship status. This mindset transforms how you engage with others. Instead of seeking to fill a void, you bring your full, vibrant self to every bond. So, invest in your own happiness before seeking it in others. Nurture your passions, develop your strengths, and build a life that fulfills you. When you stand strong alone, relationships become the beautiful addition, not the foundation of your joy. Money is a powerful tool, but when it becomes the sole driver behind your choices, it can blind you to what truly matters. Decisions made purely for financial gain risk leaving your soul empty, your passion extinguished, and your true potential unfulfilled. The richest lives are not those measured by bank accounts, but by the meaning and impact behind every action. When you lead with passion, intention, and a genuine desire to serve others, you tap into a force far greater than money alone. Purpose fuels perseverance and ignites creativity, even in the face of obstacles. It connects you to a deeper why that money can never replace, the reason you get up every morning and push forward. Abundance is not just about accumulating wealth, it's about living a life overflowing with fulfillment, growth, and positive influence. When your decisions align with your values and your heart, money naturally follows as a byproduct of your authentic impact. It becomes a resource to amplify your purpose, not a master to control your fate. Choose to lead with your vision, your passion, and your integrity. Let money be the result, not the ruler of your journey. When you do, you create a legacy that money alone can never buy. A life rich in meaning, joy, and true success. The future is not a distant dream. It's a reality you start creating with every choice you make right now. Too often, people get stuck reliving past hurts, mistakes, or regrets, allowing them to dictate their next steps. But the past is just a chapter, not the entire book. The power to change your story lies in your hands today. Focus on the present moment, because this is where your future is born. Every action you take, every decision you make, is a brick in the foundation of your tomorrow. Don't let the shadows of yesterday steal the light of your potential. Instead, use those lessons as fuel for your fire, wisdom to guide your path, and strength to propel you forward. Building your future requires purpose and unwavering determination. It means setting clear goals, refusing to be distracted by doubt or fear, and committing to the journey, no matter how challenging. The road may not be easy, but every step forward is a victory over the limitations that once held you back. Remember, the best way to predict your future is to create it. So rise each day with intention. Harness the power of now. Plant the seeds of greatness through focused effort and relentless perseverance. Your future isn't waiting. It's being built by you, right this moment. The present moment is a gift, a perfect, unrepeatable opportunity that is yours to embrace fully. Yet, so many carry the weight of the past, letting old regrets, mistakes, and pain cloud the beauty of what is right in front of them. But the truth is, the present is where life actually happens. It's where your power lies, where change begins, and where joy can be found, if you allow it. Living in the present means releasing the baggage that drags you down and blocks your ability to thrive. It means turning your attention away from what was and focusing completely on what is. The past no longer holds you hostage. It no longer defines your worth or your future. Instead, you choose to live fully in the now, savoring every moment with awareness and gratitude. When you live in the present, you unlock the true potential of your life. You become more mindful, more connected to yourself and the world around you. You notice opportunities, beauty, and growth that were invisible when your mind was clouded with yesterday's shadows. The present is perfect, not because it's without challenges, but because it's where you hold the power to create, to heal, and to become your best self. So release the past, breathe deeply, and step into this moment with open arms and an open heart. This is your life. Live it fully right now. Fear of judgment is one of the most common and most crippling barriers to living your fullest life. It whispers doubts in your ear, telling you to hide your true self, to shrink down, and to conform to what others expect. But the moment you let fear of what others think control you, you give away your power and limit your potential. True freedom comes when you stop living for approval and start living for your own desires, values, and dreams. Your journey is yours alone. When you make decisions based on pleasing others, you sacrifice your authenticity, your passion, and your unique brilliance. And no amount of external validation can replace the peace and fulfillment of living genuinely. Growth happens outside the comfort zone of judgment. When you dare to show up as your true self, imperfections and all, you invite the kind of transformation that changes your life. You attract the right people, opportunities, and experiences, not because you fit a mold, but because you are unapologetically real. Remember, those who truly matter will respect and support the authentic you. And those who judge? Their opinions are reflections of their own fears, not your truth. So break free from the chains of judgment, trust your inner voice, and step boldly into the life you were meant to live. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world and yourself. It shapes your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately, the life you create. A limited mindset confines you to fear, doubt, and hesitation. It draws invisible walls around your potential. But when you choose to reprogram your mindset, you break down those walls and open the door to infinite possibility. Changing your mindset is not just about positive thinking. It's about transforming the very core beliefs that guide your life. It's about shifting from a place of scarcity and "I can't" to one of abundance and "I will." It's rewiring your brain to see challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and success as your natural outcome. Believing in your potential and capabilities is the foundation of every achievement. When you truly embrace that you are capable of greatness, you tap into a wellspring of motivation, creativity, and resilience. This new perspective empowers you to take bold steps, face fears head-on, and keep going when others give up. The moment you reprogram your mindset, you unlock endless possibilities for success, growth, and fulfillment. You become the architect of your destiny, designing a life that reflects your highest aspirations. Remember, your mind is your most powerful tool. Master it, and nothing will be out of your reach. Challenges are not just roadblocks. They are powerful teachers disguised in moments of struggle. Life will test your resolve, push your limits, and force you out of your comfort zone. But each obstacle carries a hidden blessing waiting to be discovered. When you change the way you perceive challenges, you shift from seeing them as burdens to recognizing them as catalysts for growth and transformation. Every difficulty you face is an invitation to develop resilience, wisdom, and strength. These experiences shape your character, deepen your understanding, and prepare you for greater success. Instead of fearing challenges or wishing they would disappear, Embrace them as essential parts of your journey, signposts pointing you toward your true potential. Transforming challenges into blessings requires a mindset shift. It means choosing to see opportunity where others see defeat. It means finding lessons in failure and courage in adversity. When you adopt this perspective, setbacks become setups for comebacks, and obstacles turn into stepping stones. Remember, the greatest victories are often born from the toughest battles. Trust that every challenge you encounter is a gift designed to elevate you to new heights. Embrace it, learn from it, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined possible. From the moment we enter the world, we are influenced by countless voices, society, culture, family, and past experiences that often impose limiting beliefs and negative conditioning. These voices try to tell us who we are, what we can achieve, and what our place in the world should be. But remember this: those limitations are not your truth. They are the walls others have built, not the boundaries you must accept. You have the power to challenge and dismantle these false beliefs. The conditioning that once shaped your thoughts and actions can be unlearned. It takes courage to question the narratives handed down to you, to confront the fears and doubts that were never truly yours, and to rise above the voices that seek to keep you small. Your future is not dictated by past conditioning, but by the choices you make today. When you reject the limitations imposed by others, you reclaim your freedom to dream bigger, to act bolder, and to become the person you were always meant to be. This is your chance to rewrite your story, on your terms, with your own words. Rise above the negative conditioning. Empower yourself with new beliefs rooted in strength, possibility, and self-worth. The only definition that matters is the one you create. Step into your power, break the chains, and show the world your limitless potential. Too often, people tie their sense of worth and happiness to their relationships, whether it's romantic, familial, or social. But the truth is, your relationship status does not define who you are or determine your value. Real mental strength comes from being at peace with yourself, independent of any external connection. When you rely on others to fill your emotional needs or validate your existence, you give away your power. You become vulnerable to disappointment, loneliness, and a roller coaster of emotions that are beyond your control. True happiness, however, is a state you cultivate within yourself. It is an unshakable foundation built on self-acceptance, self-love, and emotional resilience. Developing this inner strength means learning to stand firm in your own worth, no matter what your relationship situation looks like. It means embracing solitude without fear, finding joy in your own company, and nurturing your passions and dreams as your primary source of fulfillment. When you are whole and complete within yourself, relationships become a beautiful addition, not a requirement, for your happiness. This mindset frees you to engage with others from a place of strength, clarity, and genuine connection, rather than neediness or fear. Remember, you are enough just as you are. Your value is not measured by who stands beside you, but by the strength and peace you carry inside. Build that foundation, and you'll live a life of true freedom and lasting joy. Too often we allow fear, the fear of loneliness, rejection, or not being enough, to dictate our relationships and choices. This fear can lead us to settle for less, cling too tightly, or lose ourselves in the quest for approval. But living from fear is living beneath your true potential. Instead, let love be your guiding force, the pure, empowering love that begins with yourself. When love, connection, and self-contentment lead your actions, you create from a place of wholeness and strength. You no longer seek relationships out of desperation or neediness, but from a genuine desire to share your abundant self with others. This kind of love is freeing, it's confident, and it draws the right people toward you naturally. Being at peace with yourself means you are complete, not incomplete. It means you are secure in your worth and don't need validation from others to feel whole. This inner harmony becomes magnetic. It attracts relationships built on mutual respect, understanding, and true connection, not on fear or dependency. Let love, not fear, be the driving force in your life. Let it inspire your choices, deepen your connections, and nourish your soul. When you do, you'll find relationships that uplift you and a peace within that no circumstance can shake. Money, in itself, is neither good nor bad. It is simply a tool. But when it becomes the ultimate goal, it can distort your values, cloud your judgment, and lead you away from what truly matters. When you let money dictate your actions, you risk sacrificing your integrity, your passion, and your deeper purpose for short-term gain. True fulfillment comes from prioritizing what adds real value, not just to your own life, but to the lives of those around you. When your actions are driven by a desire to serve, create, and contribute with honesty and heart, you tap into a powerful flow of abundance. The money then becomes a natural byproduct of your commitment and passion, a resource to help you grow and make an even bigger impact. Viewing money as a tool shifts your mindset from scarcity to empowerment. It reminds you that wealth is meant to be used wisely, not hoarded, feared, or chased blindly. When you align your actions with your values, the rewards become meaningful and sustainable, enriching your life beyond dollars and cents. Let money be the instrument that supports your purpose, not the master that controls your life. Use it to build, to uplift, and to fuel the vision only you can bring to life. In doing so, you create a legacy far greater than wealth alone, a legacy of value, impact, and authentic success. Life is too precious and too short to be lived through the lens of others' expectations or societal pressures. When you make decisions solely to gain external validation or chase material wealth, you risk losing sight of what truly fulfills you. The real path to happiness and peace comes from living authentically, aligned with your deepest values and true desires. Living without regret means having the courage to follow your own compass, even when the path is difficult or unconventional. It means saying no to what doesn't serve your soul, and yes to what ignites your passion and purpose. Each choice becomes a conscious step toward the life you envision, rather than a reaction to fear, comparison, or obligation. Regret often stems from the silence of unspoken dreams and the weight of compromises made to please others. Free yourself from this burden by embracing your own truth and owning your journey. When you live boldly and intentionally, even mistakes become lessons rather than chains of regret. Remember, a regret-free life is not one without challenges or missteps. It's one lived with clarity, honesty, and self-respect. So stand firm in your values, trust your inner voice, and make choices that reflect the unique story you are meant to tell. Live fully, live authentically, and create a life where regret has no place. The greatest truth you can embrace is this: the power to shape your life lies within you. No external force, whether it's people, circumstances, or past mistakes, has the authority to define your destiny unless you allow it. You are not a victim of your history or environment. You are the author of your own narrative. Empowerment begins with reclaiming control over your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. It means recognizing that every day is a blank page, an opportunity to make choices that reflect who you want to be and what you want to achieve. You have the ability to let go of old scripts written in doubt, fear, or regret, and instead write a new story filled with courage, resilience, and purpose. Don't let your past mistakes become chains that hold you back. They are lessons, not life sentences. Learn from them, but do not let them control your present or dictate your future. When you embrace your creative power, you stop reacting to life and start designing it with intention. You hold the pen. It's time to pick it up with confidence and boldness. Write a story that inspires, empowers, and transforms, not just for yourself, but for everyone who witnesses your journey. Your reality is yours to create. Own it, shape it, and live it fully. If this hit your soul, don't just scroll. Subscribe and turn wisdom into winning. Your future self will thank you.